And now let's move on to the next rider, and this time it's special because we're looking at DX Lock Seed and Plate. Let's just remove Baron. So it has a removing sound as you heard. But next, let's add in the plate for
Maximum Drive
Ryugen. And there you go. Before we move on, I just want to show you guys I still have the box art for the Budo Lock Seed and Plate. So here's the front, and here's the back. Alright, so let's look at Ryugen's first Lock Seed, Budo. Just open this again so you can see it. And again, this is a DX one, so let's do it. And there we go, Ryugen's main form. Budo arms or grape arms. Let's look at the other sounds. Alright, time for a skosh. Now for an ole. Now finally, the sparking. And there you have it.
Lock off.
And if you guys have been paying attention to this review, you know that's not the last one we're looking at for Ryugen. So let's take a look at, which is a candy toy version. So I'll admit something, Ryugen's actually one of my favorite riders in the show, and Kiwi's one of the coolest forms. It's just too bad we don't get to see too much more of it. Anyways, let's go into the attacks. Let's start with Skosh. Alright, so next, let's take a look at the ole. Now the sparking. And of course, the extra sound from this version. And there you have it. Now we have one more surprise here for you, and this one, none of the stuff is DX, but for the last main rider of the show, and I mean the 4 main riders, we have, from Premium Bandai, the Zangetsu plate. So, let's go ahead and remove the Budo one, and put on the Zangetsu one. As you probably noticed, there was no special sound. You're about to find out why. So, let's start off with the first form with this one, Melon. Now this one's special. This is a candy toy, but it's of the special sound series. So this one doesn't have the special attacks that it normally has. It actually has lines from the actor in it, as I will show you with this first line. And so there we go, Melon. As you probably could tell there, that has the same weighting sound as Gaim's plate. The reason for that is because they both do in the show. Use the same thing. They're both sort of samurai-ish characters. So anyways, let's get on to the Skosh, ole, and sparking attacks. So here's the Skosh. Alright, now the ole line. Now, I don't speak Japanese, but I think you can hear that's Kamen Rider Bravo admiring Zangetsu. Well, admiring is putting it lightly, and Zangetsu pretty much being, just shut up, you idiot, and smacking his shit. Alright, let's move on. Alright, now let's see what he says for the sparking. And that's pretty much it for this lock seed. Even though this is a candy toy version, this does not have the extra sound. Let's move on, because we have one more lock seed to look at. And the last lock seed we're going to look at is another Zangetsu one, but this is a little different. This is the only other form he's had in the show, as far as I've known, and it's actually supposed to be for the other driver, the Genesis driver. However, it works in this, as I will show you with... That's right, we've got Melon Energy here. This actually comes with the Genesis driver, but as you can probably tell, it's not clear all the way through because it's the candy toy version. Sorry, I didn't feel like buying a whole nother driver just for the lock seed. Anyways, let's try it out in this Sengoku driver. So as you can probably tell, that looks kind of lame. Well, that's because this is actually supposed to pop back in on the DX version, and it opens like so. Unfortunately, on the candy toy versions of the energy lock seeds, these don't snap open on their own. You have to do it manually. I'm not sure if that's true with the Genesis driver. I currently don't have one, but all the energy lock seeds I have are not DX ones. And it's because the DX ones are too expensive, and the ones that I do want come with other toys that I don't really care about. So maybe sometime down the road I'll get them, but really I don't have any interest in the energy lock seeds that much. But let me go ahead and show you the other sounds that this does. Now, just like the other candy toy lock seeds, this goes in sequence. So let me show you the skosh. Alright, let's move on. Now, another key difference with the energy lock seeds, maybe specifically the candy toy ones, is this. As you heard, I swiped twice and it gave me sparking. Normally sparking is set for 3. From what I understand, the energy lock seeds don't have olays. At least the candy toy ones don't. They just go to sparking. No matter if you do 2 swipes or 3, it will go to sparking by default. So just to demonstrate my point, I'll show you. As you saw, I did 3 swipes and it still did sparking. But there's one more extra sound that uses with the Sengoku driver that I want to show you. That sound right there is used for the Jimba mixes when you have the extra piece that actually goes over here for Gaim. I don't have that piece again. From what I understand, it comes when you either get the Genesis driver or the Sonic Arrow. Again, 2 toys I'm not really interested in getting. So, that's about it. So what do I think of the DX Gaim driver? This thing is freaking amazing. People are going crazy for this show and this driver, and it's easy to see why. It is a gimmick driver, like the double driver, so most of the sounds are made by the lock seeds that you see all around here. However, some of the sounds are made by the plates and the driver itself. That's really cool. Whereas the double driver only made the sounds with the Gaia memories, that being 2 you'd use, at least this time the driver is more than just a piece of plastic, which is nice. However, this is expensive to collect for. If I had paid for the DX prices for most of these lock seeds, I'd have paid way more money than what I paid for this. Keep in mind, this driver, while this driver is used for many riders all at once, the price got jacked up for it. For example, the Wizard driver, when it came out when the show was still going, was going for between $50 and $70. This driver, however, without any special accessories, with just what the DX version comes with, goes for somewhere between $70 and $90 if you're lucky. Now, these are being price gouged because everybody wants them. So if you didn't get one back then, you're gonna have to wait a while until the price goes down on them. The lock seeds ain't cheap either. The DX lock seeds are way overpriced, but you get what you pay for. They come with LEDs, they're not stuck in sequences, and they come with a bunch of different sounds. The capsule versions, which are by far the cheapest ones you can get, are virtually the same as the candy toy versions, are stuck in a sequence, and sometimes come in special versions like this mango one here, or come with an extra sound. Candy toy also has their own special versions, like the melon sound one here. There's also some sounds for the other main riders. Some things in this set are way more expensive than they should be, like the Zangetsu plate, which was part of a premium Bandai exclusive. This was almost $30 itself for this piece of plastic. I'm not kidding. Getting a complete Gaim collection is expensive, and this isn't even all the lock seeds you can get. There are so many more riders in the series that use just this driver that there's even more lock seeds to collect. If you don't really care about having the best of the best, like I would, and you'd like to save money, only go for DX lock seeds of the main 4 riders. And get all their other forms, as I did, in different versions, capsule or candy toy. You'll save a ton of money. That being said, this driver is completely worth it. If you like Gaim, and you know what, even if you don't like Gaim, this has a ton of sounds. If you're a collector of toys, not even of Kamen Rider, you might want to get this just for all the things that are offered in the set. Keep in mind, though, that there's tons of accessories that go with them, such as the lock seeds and other plates. So if you're going to be buying a Sengoku driver and only want 2 lock seeds, you're good, because it comes with 2 in the set. But if you want more, because there's more characters you enjoy from the show, be prepared for Bandai to own your wallet. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching this edition of Henshin Time. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Zeromaster Reviews. Like me on Facebook, Zeromaster fan page. Follow me on Twitter, @Zeromaster. And please go to rivercitygamers.com for more great content, not just from myself, but from many other great content reviewers. And special thanks to It Came From Japan for supporting most of this, as you see here. They're super awesome guys. Go check them out. Thanks, guys, for watching, and I'll see you on the next Henshin Time. And I filmed about 45 minutes. Almost 46. Wow. I'm dedicated.